I recently got to visit a get together held by the Sipping and Switching Society of North Carolina. They're a social group that is based around model railroading. Their operation really intrigued me and got me thinking, is this what the Model Railroad Club of the future looks like? Hey everybody, my name's Jimmy. Welcome to Coffee and Trains. Today I am just drinking some store brand coffee. Nothing crazy. I think it's actually Sam's Club brand coffee, but I've almost finished it, so it's been a little bit of a morning. So if you want to tell what kind of coffee you are drinking, you can leave that in the comments below. And who knows, you may see yourself just like these guys right here feature an episode of Coffee and Trains. Cheers, guys. The Sipping and Switching Society of North Carolina is not a traditional model railroad club in the sense of having a set layout, officers, and rules for operation. The group spans the entire state of North Carolina and probably further. The only rules they have is a modular standard for their modules and to have fun. They don't have a set location. Somebody just finds a good location to set up their modular setup, then is communicated to the group, and people say that they can bring their modules. Then someone will create a track plan based on what modules will be there. I got a chance to see the setup in Salisbury, North Carolina, and it was so cool. The layout was massive, and it had a ton of features. This is not the only group I've seen like this, though, and it's really got me thinking, is this the future of model railroad groups and clubs? The people were there from all age groups, and it was a very light and fun social atmosphere. Everybody was just having fun running trains. All of this had me thinking, though, about if I wanted to create a new model railroad group, how would I do it? Well, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to break it down into 3 areas: organization, standardization, and location. Let's go with organization. The first thing that I would do is create a way to communicate. I would do 2 main things: a Facebook group and a Discord server. Facebook groups are a great free way to have a bulletin board for messages and photos, as well as posting ideas for track planning. The Discord server would basically serve as a massive group chat for the entire group. I would make categories like issues, general discussion, planning, and categories regarding the model trains themselves. If needed, I would create more specific troubleshooting categories as well, if they're needed. This is a great free way to get the group communicating, and you can use it on your phone or computer so it's cross-platform. Next up is standardization. The only standards I would implement are how a layout is powered, how a layout is controlled, and a modular standard. Layout power would obviously be a choice between DC and DCC. I would choose DCC. Then you would choose your control system. I would definitely have it be JMRI based so that I could set up a Y throttle server. I may need to have additional equipment for that though. DCC-EX is great, but it has its limits in terms of how many people can be on the system at once, so I would probably go with an off-the-shelf system like Digitrax or NCE or MRC or something that I can use a Y-throttle server with. But the Y-throttle server itself allows people to use their phones to control the layout, so it opens it up to even more people. Now, when it comes to a modular standard, there are several to choose from. The big ones are Fremo for HO scale, T-Track and N-Track for N scale, and there's even T-Track standards for Z scale now. You can also do your own custom modular standard like what Sipping and Switching does. This is entirely up to you. If I was creating this, since I'm an N-scaler, I would probably go for a T-Track standard. These modules are easy to find, build, and transport. And I think this makes the setup more accessible to more people. Now, for location, this is probably starting in someone's garage, nothing crazy. I can totally see breaking out some folding tables and setting out modules to run. As it gets larger, we may need to look at different spaces to rent that may take some pooling of group member funds, but no official dues. Now, let me be clear. I'm not actually creating a model railroad club or group right now. Maybe I should. It would be kind of cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, and happy railroading.